Welcome to the Business Show, the place where business minds share their biggest highs, toughest lows, and everything in between. Join us as we dive into the journey of entrepreneurs, uncovering the
Hello
stories,
and welcome to the Business and Enterprise Pod, a show where we spotlight exciting new ventures and explore how bright ideas become successful businesses. I'm Savisha, and today we're joined by the founder of Membear. We'll be asking her about how her idea began and what goes into crafting each bear, and what it takes to run a creative business in the school. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Could you start by introducing yourself and telling us what your business is about?
So my name is Tiana Montero and I'm in year 13. I joined Think Business last year and I've been running my business called Membear. This is where we take your valuable items of clothing and turn them into keepsake teddy bears.
So what inspired the idea of turning baby clothes into these keepsake bears?
So whenever I would go around in my house looking for my valuable clothes, they were left in a box in my mom's wardrobe. Pushing through all that stuff, then I would find it was just left in the wardrobe. So I came up with a fun way to present it and make sure it stays proud in my house.
And do you remember the first bear you ever made, and who was it for? Who were your clients?
At first we started selling to family friends, and my first one was made for my aunt. She made it actually from Qatar, and we got the clothes shipped from there and we made it, and then we sent it back as well. So that was my first bear.
That sounds amazing. What were some of the early challenges you faced starting up your business or running it?
The first challenge I faced was probably finding a supplier who could bring my vision to life. As the building bears section is a bit niche, it was quite difficult to find a supplier at first. But through numerous asking around, we found a supplier who was able to make bears for us.
That's really nice, and the bears are quite nice. I've seen them myself. So, and how do you manage your time between schoolwork and running your own business in school?
So basically, I use a timetable. I organize time for my studies, whether I'm working on homework or separate projects, and then I would also allocate time for making marketing resources like posters or Instagram posts, which I allocate time for as well.
So are you the only one running your business, or do you have a team behind the scenes working with you?
At the moment, I'm the only one working on Membear, but I do have my mom who helps me with transportation and stuff. We bring the fabrics and then transport it to supplier. Start that running around.
Yeah. You can't drive yet.
No, not yet.
So can you just walk us through the process? How do you transform the baby clothes into the actual bear?
Yeah, so once we get the baby clothes, we use templates, which we put on the clothes and then we cut it out. We take those templates and then we stitch them, and then basically after the stitching is done, we stuff them, add the eye parts, nose parts, and mouth parts as well.
Yeah, that seems really interesting. So how long does it usually take to make one?
It takes around 2 weeks to make one, just because it's hand stitched and it's like individual details and stuff.
So do you give your customers design preference? Are they allowed to customize it, or is it just they give you the clothes and you make your own sort of vision of it?
It depends on the customer, because a key feature of our business is personalization. So in the talking process with the customer, we ask them, do they want any specific details, or are they fine with us letting us do the design process? And it's up to them.
Okay.
But yes, we do let them.
So what's the most memorable project you've worked on so far?
My most memorable project was definitely the ones I did for the school, but just because they were so unexpected to me. I didn't even know I was getting the orders. I got 3 from the PE department and 1 for Mr. Nav, and I was really surprised when I got those. So
that's amazing. It's great to see how the school community is also involved in our businesses.
It was really helpful.
Yeah.
Their support was great.
So from a business point of view, what's the biggest cost in running your venture? Is it the materials or your time or marketing?
As materials are provided to us, that really isn't an issue with costing. The biggest costing is our time, because of the transportation and then the packing and then the promoting. Most of our costs go into the timing.
Definitely, yeah.
So
how do you spread the word? Do you have any social media we can just hand out, or?
Yeah, so on Instagram, I'm known as member.ae.
Yeah.
And then Also, I usually just do word of mouth. I started my business going to family, friends, and then putting it on the community group chat, stuff like that, and that's how I generated most of my sales. Then I started going around school.
In assemblies as well.
Bringing that up as well.
That's amazing. What kind of first response did you get while you posted your work? And
so far, I've received lots of positive feedback. Let's keep it that way. And most of them were saying how my idea was really creative, and it was actually like some of the bears I made for mothers and their children said like how they could proudly present their children's clothing as a keepsake.
So you were in the spring market last year. What has been the most effective way to reach customers? Was it the spring market, was it social media, or from the school?
Yeah, definitely it would be the school. Going out myself, usually I'm not a going out type of person, but I went out and I felt that was most effective as people were willing to listen. And yeah, going out was definitely one I would use.
So if you had 500 dirhams to invest back in your business, what area or part of the business would you invest in?
I would definitely invest in my marketing. Yeah. Because I feel like reach is most important in a business, and the more people I can target, the more sales hopefully I can get.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. That's a huge part of business, how a business actually runs and how it can run. Do you see yourself expanding, adding more products, or do you want to continue with the bears as your sole product?
As member, it's just about bears, but at the moment I would want to expand because during the spring market, some feedback I received was memory quilts, and that was something I've been thinking about, like bigger life-size quilts. So that is something I would want to expand in, or maybe even other types of animals instead of bears as well.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because some people don't want bears, only they want like dragons and stuff like that. Maybe that's
cool.
I could expand into that as well.
So have you ever had a particularly emotional or meaningful story from a customer that they shared with you?
One customer actually made a bear for her son who graduated and in a different country, so she didn't get to see him as much anymore, so she made a bear out of his childhood clothing, and like she keeps it at home now as a memory of him because she doesn't get to see him every day. It was something really sweet.
Yeah, that's really sweet. How do you handle custom requests or very sentimental fabrics? Do you do something different, or?
So first of all, we ask them what type of fabrics are you giving me before they send it. We ask them, we tell them if it's not going to work or if it is, and then we can go from there. We usually, if the patterns are too large or won't be able to fit, we discuss that with our customers, and then we go on from there, and we then ask them. They're part of the decision-making process as well. It's not just us.
So how do you ensure each bear feels personal and high quality? Do you do quality checks with each of them?
Yeah, so our supplier, she's really good as well. She makes sure our bears are high quality. And once we pick them up, I also look around at them, see if there's any loose pieces of cotton or any fabric, make sure it's stitched properly. If not, then I send it back and get it fixed because I don't want the customers receiving any defects because it's their baby clothes, it's their valuables.
So sustainability seems to be a big part of your business. Why is reusing and repurposing this fabric important to you in a sustainability type of way?
Repurposing is really important for me because I've seen firsthand how my clothes have just been wasted in the cupboard. So by repurposing it, it gives it a new life instead of being thrown out or lost in the cupboard. I get to see it every day, and my parents get to see it every day. My mom actually made one of me and my brother, so it stays in our living room and it looks really nice rather than just being in the cupboard and nobody sees them.
Yeah, it's a very good way to preserve as well your childhood in a way. So what do you think small businesses like yours can teach people about reducing waste or working with fashion?
Yeah, so waste isn't just about being eco-friendly, it's about preserving and cherishing what we actually have. So my business teaches others that we can cherish our clothing and valuable items while still protecting and preserving the environment as well, rather than just wasting.
So would you ever consider collaborating with another sustainable or student-led club or brand in our school?
I definitely would, especially sustainability, because we can promote and push one another to try new areas, and we can promote one another and help each other grow. It would be a really fun way to do it.
So thank you so much, Tiana, for joining us. It's so inspiring to see how you've built something that's not only creative but meaningful and sustainable. So that's it for today's episode. Join us next time for another inspiring story. Until then, stay creative, stay ambitious, and keep
every
building.
great business started with a single step and maybe a little inspiration along the way. Catch us next time where another entrepreneur reveals the highs and lows of their business journey.